I was really frustrated at the time because I just seen all this stuff online that like, oh, all you need is the followers and like the money will just come. And it wasn't really happening for me. And so on Twitter, I found you through there, started following all your stuff, joined your newsletter. Less than a year later, like I'm up to hitting 20K months now,
Oh
which
yeah.
is pretty sweet. Yeah.
Sweet. What's up, guys? It is Nick with Launch Socials. Today we have our client, Mr. Dan Petcash. I think I said that right, Petcash.
Yeah, yeah.
Here with us today, and we're just talking about how he grew his brand, what it looks like, how he's grown his brand, because he's done all the work. We've just been there helping, and his story with us. So, Dan, introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? My name's Dan. Like Nick said, played D1 basketball, started making some content while I was still playing, and I knew I wanted to, you know, take it somewhere and do something with it, but I wasn't really sure how to do that, and I'm sure we'll get into, how we started working with each other and stuff. So,
Yeah, man.
um, yeah, that's me.
Cool. Cool. So,
Yeah.
where were you at when you first spoke with someone on our team about joining and coming aboard? Like, what was your situation? Because you already had some followers,
Yeah.
content, pretty
Yeah.
significant, but yeah.
Yeah. So I just graduated last year, 2024. I had like, I want to say it was between like 150,000 followers on Instagram and then like 100K on TikTok. And I was really frustrated at the time because I just seen all this stuff online that like, oh, all you need is the followers and like the money like will just come. And it wasn't really happening for me. And so I had always been super active on Twitter. I found you through there, started following all your stuff, joined your newsletter. Um and then yeah, I saw all the testimonials and stuff you put out. And I was super intrigued by it because I was kind of like I said, I was super frustrated with the fact that like I see all these people saying like, oh, they have all these followers, they're doing all this, making all this money or whatever, and like that wasn't it for me. So I knew I needed to make some kind of change. And yeah, I just like I said, I saw all the testimonials you were putting out. And then that's when we started working together and things, really picked up.
So what did you try before that to make money? Were you making any cash at the time? Was it like
Yeah.
actually zero, or was there money?
No. No, it wasn't zero. I was making some money from like TikTok views. Um, I had made a recipe book that I was selling for a little while, which was doing okay, like nothing substantial. And then I did try and make a um community-based thing, but I had no idea what I was doing with that. I was just trying to figure it out on my own. And that didn't end up going too well. So it was like at that point pretty much where I was like, all right, I need to make a change. And then yeah, that's when yeah, we hopped on a call and got things situated.
Got it. So
Yeah.
if you would say in like one word what the problem was before working with us, it's probably like monetization.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
and why did you choose to join our stuff over anybody else's stuff? Because there's a lot of people that claim to be like us out there. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say they're like us. They claim to be like us. So
Yeah.
so why did you choose to join our stuff over anybody else?
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw all the it was pretty much came down to like all the testimonials and the social proof of other people that were already in the program, had been through the coaching and stuff, and all their success stories, watched a ton of the videos. And then Flips for Miles, I know he joined the group. And so I actually messaged him and was like, "Hey, saw you were in the
Love
group,
that.
like we'd messaged a bunch before." And I saw that. So I reached out to him and he had nothing but good things to say. And yeah, that was like probably one of the bigger things. And then yeah, I was like, all right, now I knew I had to do something too. And I was like, all right, this is definitely the right one.
Hell yeah. And so
Yeah.
what would you describe the result of implementing the process? What's the outcome, What's changed for you from before, joining until now?
Yeah. So I had the always had the new nutrition, lifting knowledge and expertise, but like I didn't know how to like package it up and give it to my audience and like actually monetize off that. I maybe would have figured it out eventually, but it would have taken years and like it just wouldn't have, or maybe it wouldn't have even ended up working out. Um, but yeah, figuring out how to do, I knew more high ticket stuff was like the path to take, but I had no idea how to do that, how to set any of that stuff up. Um, and it was also super, super nerve-wracking too, because like I had never done any kind of sales calls or anything like that. And you guys obviously helped me through that entire
Did
process. And
you
like
did you think it was possible to sell higher ticket?
I've seen other people doing it, but I was like, I don't think like I could have figured it out myself. And yeah, yeah, I knew it was possible, but I knew I couldn't have done it alone. Like I was gonna need some help for
Well,
sure.
glad we could
Yeah,
help, bro. Glad we
yeah,
could help. In terms of like dollar amount, are you comfortable sharing where you've gotten?
yeah. So I was when we first joined, wasn't making any more than like 3 to 4K a month.
Sure.
Um, and yeah, from then until yeah, less than a year later, like I'm up to hitting 20K months now,
Oh
which
yeah.
is yeah,
Sick.
pretty sweet. Yeah.
Cool. And where do you think you'd be if we hadn't done this so far? Do you think you'd still be at 3, 4? Do you think you would have grown? What do you think would have happened?
Honestly, to be completely honest, I don't know if I would even still be making content like
Really?
because I was I was so stressed out like at the end of my senior year last year. Like I had this little side gig thing going, making some money, but like I was still applying to jobs. Like I got my MBA and stuff. But I was like, I really just
Oh,
don't want to
shit. I
do
didn't know
this.
that.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, I really don't want to do this. So I know like I kind of I gotta figure something out. Like either just not completely give up on it, but like maybe pick the route I want to take. And like I knew I needed to either make a change with the content, like couldn't just figure this out by myself, or like just kind of, go the corporate route, which I knew for a long time that was never what I wanted to do.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, dude, I'm
Yeah.
glad you didn't go that route. I'm glad.
Yeah.
You
Me
got an
too.
MBA? I didn't know you got an
Yeah, I
MBA.
got my MBA. Yeah. Um, yeah, I had my so the COVID year, for basketball, like it didn't count for our eligibility, so we all got a fifth year to
Got it.
play again. So I had already finished my undergrad, did a one year MBA. So
Got it.
yeah, that worked out. But yeah, I still, yeah, I did not want to go the corporate route at all.
Respect.
Yeah,
Respect. Same here.
yeah,
Same here.
yeah.
What would you say was the best part of working with us, and maybe one thing that you would change about the process, if there's anything?
Yeah, so the best part is just like obviously all the information in there is great. Like it's super helpful. I've watched every single video. All the content information in there has been super helpful, but even more helpful than that is just having someone to like bounce ideas off of, and having someone to know like help make decisions and be like, this is the right decision, instead of just kind of trying to free ball it on your own, and like learning from someone that you know, has done way bigger things than like you have at that point. And it just gives you like, it gave me like just super, um, like, I guess confidence in knowing that like what I'm doing is actually the right thing to be doing to actually build it, and like to trust the process with that. Um, and one thing to change, I can't really think of anything with that. I mean, only maybe on my end, I think I could have been even more um, accountable to myself, like joining more group calls and like really maximizing the value out of the group and stuff.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean that's good to
Yeah.
hear. It's good.
Yeah.
Good to know you wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, bro. And final thing, what's next for you? Like what do you feel like is coming in the future now that you have the brand, now you have this leverage, you're making the money? What do you think's next? Where are you going next?
Yeah. It's a really good question. There's a lot of different ways to take it, which I think is a nice thing, honestly. Like I can kind of do what I want to do and not be dictated by anyone or anything else. Definitely going to keep growing the coaching. There's still a lot more room to grow with that. Um, but I could also see myself, and I know we've talked about this in the past before, like having my own, not so I have my personal brand obviously, but like physical brand. I could see myself having like my own protein powder or electrolyte mix, which I think would be pretty cool. To build something, create something, that didn't exist before, and like, be able to give that to give that to the world. So, yeah, there's a lot of different routes to take. I think that's the exciting thing about this is like, it's not super predictable always.
And the flexibility probably. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
and
where it gets
flexibility is
exciting.
amazing. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if there's a last like final thought you could leave with me or anybody watching this or thinking about joining, uh,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Um, you and I kind of mentioned this before, but like you might be able to figure, if you're trying to build your personal brand or whatever, like watching YouTube videos or just trying to follow other people, like you might be able to figure that stuff out, eventually by doing it that way. But it's way more painful. It will take way longer, and just won't be as enjoyable as like joining a group like Launch Socials where everything's way more sped up. You figure things out a lot quicker, and you have that support group to like get you to wherever you want to go. That's what I would
Yeah.
leave with. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
for
I
sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Um, Look, guys, if you want to check out Dan's page or brand at all, I'm going to leave his link down below in the description. You can check out what he's got going on. And Dan, I appreciate you being here and doing the interview and doing this
of
for us.
course. Of course. Yeah. Thanks, Nick.